We're talking about Vince Russo returning or coming to TNA in late September. Was that something you were excited for in regards to the creative process?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Look, Russo and I stated this before. We always got along really well. I mean, and then even then, we hadn't hung around so much so since uh, he became a Christian and I became sober, and we kind of became men trying to better themselves. I haven't seen him a whole lot since that time,
Mhm.
but yeah, when he was coming in, I had nothing but good vibes about his entry because he's the one that kinda was with us during DX, and so I thought like, well, he knows more than I do about it, so we'll let him, uh, figure it out, and so when he got there, like, look, he took an interest in us, and he liked me and Billy, and so we did what we could do. We'll get into all that here shortly, but yes, I was very much looking forward to Vince Russo coming to work, at TNA.
You mentioned earlier that you already had a friendship with Jeff in creative and Dirty Dutch in creative, now Vince coming in. Even with knowing everyone before Vince got there, did you think that TNA needed a new voice in creative to bring a new perspective to the table?
Ye so I don't wanna say yes to bury any of the other creative team. I think anytime you can get a new pair of fresh eyes and somebody that's outside your current creative bubble, anytime you can get a new brain in there, especially a brain that you trust and a brain that you're willing to hear out, uh and look, Vince was an idea guy. He had 100 of them, you know what I mean? And a lot of them were a lot of them were pretty good. So we were looking forward to him coming in.
And without having to bury, I know, and I think that's pretty, common in creative in general, that there's going to be a creative burnout, and it's pretty much an impossible task to create 52 weeks of continuous television year after year after year after year and not be burned out and repeat ideas or have a few
Ryan,
bad ones.
Ryan, it's so easy. Anybody could do it.
I mean, uh, I mean, having been in the perspective, it's wild. The changes,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, anybody can do it. We'll have at it.
I just always remember even when I was first breaking in and even before so reading Jerry Lawler's book and talking about Memphis days, that you still had to have a rotation that maybe that rotation of booker or creative lasts longer if someone's having a hot streak or a
Yeah.
story's going real well. But
It
like,
was 6 months. I mean, maybe a year or whatever, but they were bringing new people in and, you'd all of a sudden you'd hear, "Oh, WCW, oh, Eddie Gilbert's booking." You
yep,
know what I mean? So they it burnout is pretty fast. Create Look, we used to go to Michael Hayes and pitch our SmackDown stuff, and why we would do that is because he would shoot holes in everything we pitched, and so it would make us go back and fill those holes that he poked with logic, with creative logic, and so why would he do that? Because of this. Well, where would he go from there? He would go here, and so you can plan that out. It's great to have somebody pick your crap apart, not bury it, and he always did it respectfully. Michael was a huge asset when I was writing SmackDown, to be quite honest. He's a huge asset in the company.
yep.
But yeah, it was they could always use a fresh set of eyes. You know what I mean? Because even some of your ideas like you sleep on and you wake up the next day and you go, "Man, that ain't gonna work." And so, yeah, everybody needs fresh eyes as often as possible.